It says I'm live. Am I really live? Go to videos. I gotta find my live stream now. What's up, everybody? Sound check? Can you hear me? Probably find out because I haven't turned down my computer yet here. Hey, I hear myself. We got 9 watching now. Sweet. Hello. I hope you guys had a great weekend and your week is going well. And we are now at Wednesday hump day. The weekend is just around the corner. My weekend is going to consist of 3 more shows and then I'll be done with The Little Mermaid. We have a show Friday and then a matinee on Saturday and the evening show Saturday night. And then after that, we all have to stick around and tear all the hard work apart and clean up. We have to dismantle everything. Awesome. You hear me? Cool. It looks like you guys were in here chatting a little bit before I got into town. Anything I need to keep? Anything I need to look at? Keep all beards clear of rotating parts. That is good. Yes. I am going to do a little turning. I don't know if I want to call it a demonstration. I guess I'm demonstrating how a newbie who doesn't know what he's doing is going to turn a piece of wood. So Oak Knob Farms in the house, Bearded Giant in the house, McCoy's Oak Hill Farms in the house. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining me. What's we got in the house here? Mom, good evening. Sorry you weren't here for the foot of snow. My mom lives in Maine, and I saw on the news that they were going to get hit with another storm. So, hi, Mom. Sorry I didn't get a chance to call you on Monday. It was a holiday, and Sarah and Alex were off, and we spent some time together. And we went down to Strawberry Hill, which is just a little state park about half an hour south of where I live. It was really packed, so then we went down to Bob's Creek, a quarter of a mile down, and that was really packed too. So we kept driving, and we went to a RV park, and Sarah knows the people who run it, so she went in, caught up for a few minutes, and asked if we could park there and use their entrance to the beach, because they got some great rocks down there, and they said yes. And we went agate hunting, and I don't know a lot about agates, if it's kind of an Oregon thing, but it can be white or golden. They're, the word I want to say, you can actually see through an agate. So if you held it up to the sun, it glows. It's almost like the sap on a Jurassic Park with the little mosquito in it. Anyways, we've been here for 5 years now, and I might have found a couple of small little agates every time we go to the beach and we look. It was found an agate that big, and Alex found one about that big too, and we must have, with the 3 of us looking for agates, we must have found a total of 20 or 30 of them. So I got Sarah a rock tumbler for Christmas, and I'm hoping that she's going to put those in the rock tumbler soon, see if we can't get them shiny and pretty and such. So that's why I didn't call, Mom. And then yesterday we had 2 shows we did for the schools, and today's just kind of been crazy. See who else is in the house here. Don Bois is in the house. Did I say it right finally? Welcome, guys. Let's see. Yes, Andrew was down here on Saturday. He came down and saw Alex and I in the show, and he said he really liked it. And his uncle and his wife also came down for the show, and that was super nice. And they're kind of in the Colton area. They're probably 3 hours or so away as well. So it was really nice to see them too. But anyways, while he was here, and he also didn't work on Monday, which meant we could play around in the garage a little bit on Sunday because we had nothing going. And he and I worked on a piece of firewood, and I'll get to this more later. And I also have a video, but this is what Andrew and I played around with on Sunday. He and I have never done any wood turning before. This is the first, since I've had this lathe, the first time I've ever put anything on it. I received some turning tools for Christmas for my wife, and so he and I experimented with it for the first time ever on Sunday. So later on, I'm going to turn it on and show you some of the tools I have, and I'm going to try to make one of this little decorative thing we got. I'm going to try to turn a ring. We'll see. Let's see who else is in the house. And yeah, that's also, I think it's a piece of birch too, which it's not great firewood either, but it's not really great for turning as well. But it was a solid round piece that he and I had cut down probably one of our first times 3 years ago or so. So I'm sure the moisture content, there's still some in there, but it's, you know, pretty dry compared to the other firewood, and it hadn't been chopped up or split or anything yet. So Green Acre Workshop in the house. Let's party! All right, all right. Who else am I missing? Anyone else here? Did I catch up? Jackie's Kitchen and More. Hello. Welcome. And my mother-in-law is also in the house too. Hello. Both moms are here. That's awesome. Let's see, where else are we? Amanda from Don Bois is here. Raul is in the house again. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here tonight. Other people might be watching. If you don't comment, I don't know that you're here, but that is fine. You are not obligated to comment. You could just watch the live stream and listen to me yap for a little bit. So yeah, you better hurry before the internet tanks on you. I'm going to kind of limit this. I think half hour is kind of my limit. I struggled with trying to do an hour before, and it gave away at 40 some odd minute, and then the last couple times it's been the 30 some odd minutes. So I'm going to see if we can just kind of keep it down here to half an hour. Yes, I do. So this is called a beanie here in America, and it's a toque. Is that what you guys called it? I had no idea. I had posted a picture of me on Instagram wearing my Goonies beanie, and Don Bois, they commented a nice toque, and I had to look it up. So yeah, I'm pretty far behind on the chat. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I have also another video in the works here, and I'm going to show you kind of this crazy idea that I have. Right now I use a tripod when filming everything, as you guys probably do too, and it's probably a 3-foot spread on, and when I try to move it to get different shots of things, it gets in the way. I got things in the shop. So I've come up with this idea. It was probably a year or so ago. I replaced both of my garage doors, and my garage doors are 9 feet wide, and typically they're about 8 feet. Your standard single car garage is about 8 feet. And I searched on Craigslist, and I found a guy who was about 2 hours south of me. He had 2 aluminum insulated garage doors, same style, same color, railings and everything included in it. And I don't remember what he wanted for it, $100 maybe. And I was glad to drive down there and get it for $100. And I get down there and we start talking, and he gave both those doors to me for $60. So it's pretty sweet. I came home and almost put them up right away. But anyways, that left me with all this, the railing, the guide rails that the doors go on. I got a whole bunch of that stuff left. Are we still there? Man. All right. So anyway, showing how I made this railing system to go on the rails of my garage. I will place my camera here, and that's also spans almost the whole entire length of the garage, and it's got on a Lazy Susan as well. So I'm working on an arm that will stick up here, and I'll be able to bend the camera, turn the camera, move it from left to right, forwards and backwards, and get rid of the tripod. And I am making a video of that too. But because the garage is kind of an L shape, I've got a 1-car garage that goes this way, and then there's about a 8-foot by 8-foot opening that leads into another half a car garage, which is dirty over in that way. So if I take my railing system here and I bring it all the way to the opening and slide it all the way and extend the arm camera, it's going to be able to get any shot in that other section. It's going to be able to get shots here. I can do overhead shots. I can push it out of the way. But I had to extend it 3 or 4 feet, because if it was on the garage sliders and the garage door open, it's going to kick it right off and it'll fall everywhere. So I have actually taken some of the components that they had, I bent, made a, extended it, and I connected it to this beam that's right here. And I did that, oops, on both sides. So when I finish that, I will get a video out for that as well. So I want to get started on showing you guys turning. I think that's kind of all I did. Andrew and I worked on a video of turning this for the first time. I've got the camera stand video I'm working on. I have a quick joke. It's halfway, almost halfway. I'll tell my joke now before we lose internet. These 2 old guys are out on the pond early one morning just fishing. And of course, you know, they don't say anything, just sit there. The old guys do when they fish. One of the old guys looks over, and there goes a funeral procession around the lake that they're in. The old guy puts down his fishing rod and he stands up, takes his hat off, puts his hat over his heart. He watches the procession go by. He puts his hat back on. He sits down and picks up his fishing rod and he continues fishing. Well, his buddy next to him says, "John, that was amazing. You just stopped everything and stood up and showed your respect for the funeral procession going by." He says, "Yeah, that's the least I could do. We were married for 45 years. Okay. All right, let's get to turning. Let's see if that's going to be a good angle. So I am using a Delta 12-inch variable speed wood lathe. It's a model number 46-700, and it goes from 500 RPMs up to 2,000 RPMs. And right now I've got it cranked up to 2,000 RPMs. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'd say I've never done this before, but I did it on Sunday with Andrew, and that's literally the first time that I did it. I am using the turning tools that were probably about $80 at Harbor Freight. They're the cheapest ones they had, but they were the long handle ones. They had one other set that were short handles, but my big mitts, I need longer handles, and I think you got a little better stabilization doing it that way. But there are 4 of them. This is one thing I didn't show on my Christmas haul. So I have 2 gouges, inch, 3/4. I have a couple of parting tools, and we have, I believe this one is kind of used for bowls because it's got a little curve to it. There's an angle. I have 2 of those. Another, again, an inch one, and probably looks like it's 3/4 of an inch as well. And then kind of like a little bowl gouge where you can get into tighter places. So I don't know. Let's do it. Let's turn it on and see what happens. So can you guys hear me okay while this is on? I'm thinking my mic will be okay. I want to try to disconnect this part and turn it into a ring that stays on the piece of wood. And so I'm going to grab my 1/2 inch and see what happens. I didn't see Gil, the bearded woodworker, in the house, but he's the one that I know does turning. Anybody else in the house right now do any wood turning? Want to let me know if I'm doing anything wrong or if I need to do anything different? Feel free to comment and I'll see if I can see it. So I'm gonna now move to this little half guy here. See what happens. Move down my guide a little more. Hard to see the tool angles. Okay, so maybe I'll move the camera and see. Forgive me as I move you guys around. And let's see, how is that a little better? Still really can't see anything, can you? PPE, what does that mean? Whoops. So, I mean, I can see myself really getting into wood turning because this is just pretty awesome to watch it go from a big chunk of wood. to something really cool. Alright, now I'm going to see if I can't, I don't know, maybe I'll use this little angle guy here. Now, I'm not able to see your guys' comments right now because the phone is facing. See if I can straighten this out. Is that uncomfortably loud? Now I'm going to take this little guy. See if we can get in there and get that ring. I tell you, this is really ambitious for a newbie. I feel like it's almost there. Oh, I did it! I did it! Look. Woohoo! Now, I don't know what else to do. God, it's really rough, though. Maybe if I got something to kind of clean it up. Oh, no! Oh, you guys saw it here first. Oh, I don't know where the other piece went. Oh, son of a gun. That was awesome. I pushed it. Oh, man. It was, I mean, you guys saw it though, right? You guys saw it. Oh, bummer. Bummer. Oh, I lost my thing here. All right. That was it. A for effort, F for no face shield. Oh, yes, I know. I don't have a face shield. I have goggles, and I was supposed to wear them, and I forgot. But that was really cool. I should have, is that making a D average? I should have left it alone. But now I guess maybe I could make a nice goblet or something. I mean, I was going, if the ring was going to be there, I was going to make a huge goblet with the ring. But, I mean, come on, we're talking a newbie here. And I wonder what happened is if it got loose and it hit my guard, my guide. Oh, well. That was cool. Wait until you read the comments. We all were asking you to put on PPE. I don't know what PPE is. Personal protection equipment? Is that what you're saying? I'm not Safety Sally, but I've taken a log to the... Yeah, I know. Come on. I did this for you guys. For you as entertainment. Personal protective equipment. Yes, all right. You should have said safety glasses or something, not PPE. Am I supposed to know that? Been out of the industry for a long time. Thank you guys for looking out for my safety. I hope you enjoyed that demonstration of a guy who has only done this now twice. But if you can see, I don't know if you guys can see how rough that this birch is, but it doesn't, it's really porous, and it's probably really bad material to turn on. And Andrew was finding out that if you didn't put much pressure on it, excuse me, that you got a smoother finish, but it also took like 5 times longer to move any wood out of the way. So anyways, I do have one of the guys that I am doing the show with, Brian Hanna. I don't know if you're watching, but he turns some wood product. He's done some bowls and some pins. He says mostly pins, but somebody gave him like 7 or 8 boxes of turning blanks, and he said he would be more than happy to just give me a box of that scrap wood for turning, which I'm assuming has got to be some probably better chunks and better woods to turn on. Have I sharpened the tools yet? That's a sign of 1 dull or 2 punky wood. Yeah. Yeah, the net held up tonight. Thanks, Raul. I have not sharpened yet. I literally I don't know how often to sharpen. Just opened these on Sunday, and we went from a fire log to that, and then that was it. A couple of the tools that I used were brand new that hadn't even been touched on Sunday. So I don't know if you should sharpen these right out of the box. I know this 3/4 inch gouge that I have totally needs to be sharpened because we did some damage with that. But I did use a couple of tools tonight that we hadn't even touched. But I'll look into definitely sharpening my chisels and the best way to do it. And maybe I'll do a review on these Harbor Freight tools, but I don't know if I can really do a review if I'm not up to par with wood turning or have any idea what I'm doing. I should get ribbons from the wood as it turns. No. Well, no ribbons. I mean, there are some small little ribbons like that, but it's mostly it's thinner than rice, but the size of rice. And again, I don't know. It could be the birch. It's a really porous material. Have you guys turned birch at all? Anyone who's a wood turner, have you turned birch wood at all? They have to be sharpened. It's not bad for dry wood. Okay, that's good. Yep, Harbor Freight starter set. Bob, welcome, Prep Sitter Bob, by the way. Yeah, these were Harbor Freight $80 8-piece wood turning chisels that I'm using. Green Acre says, yes, yeah, he hated it. It's soft. So that's kind of what I'm finding too. It's probably a little too soft, and that's probably the fibers, and that's the porous, that rough texture that I'm getting, because it is a soft wood. Prep Sitter Bob doesn't turn birch at all. So, well, listen. Green Acre sharpens his tools for every 10 minutes of turning. Oh, yeah. So I'm putting together a video from last Sunday recording this, and I've got probably 60 to 80 minutes worth of video. So I probably should have sharpened them 6 to 8 times by then, I guess. I don't know. So if you guys haven't hit that like button, why don't you go ahead and do so for me right now? Somebody gave me a thumbs down already before I even started. Andrew pointed that out to me. All right, sorry. But if he had watched it, he probably would have given me a thumbs up, right? I'm going to not push it. I need a slow speed grinder. Oh, yeah. Raul, thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. I have passed the 35-minute mark. My internet, I know, is going to go out on me right now. So I am going to take the time to thank you all for joining me again. It's always a pleasure to see you guys in my chat feed and know that you're watching this bearded guy do weird things and talk about his life. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much, moms, for visiting as well. And it was great talking with you guys. And I will see you all again next Wednesday. Thank you so much. You guys have a good night. Don't forget to watch The Bearded Giant tomorrow at 4:30, but you guys already know that. And there's somebody else that's probably on tonight. I can't remember. Anyways, thanks, guys.